Latitude 0. It's the invisible line that runs around our planet. It's on that line that pretty much everything came about. It's that invisible line that we're heading back to. We grew up in two different countries. On the one equator, we have two different passions, but the same calling. I was traveling in Europe at the time, and I ended up in Hungary, taking pictures, going through some old towns. And as I did, I found myself in small slums. While I was going through there, I came across a doorway which led into a courtyard. And in the courtyard there was a lady hanging up her clothes, a man cutting wood, and the kids playing with their pet dog. And it took me back when I was a kid, flipping through the National Geographic magazine. It was like a Nat Geo moment. I snapped a shot and moved on. It wasn't the best picture, but it was mine. And something inside me told me to go back. So I went back and I did the international, can I take your picture, holding the camera up, and they agreed. And I took pictures of the family and such, and they invited me into their home, a humble little place. And though I didn't speak any of their languages and they didn't speak any of mine, we got to hang out there together and enjoy one another. At that moment, I realized that the reason I could be in such a beautiful place in their home was because of the camera. It had allowed me entrance into a part of their lives. On leaving there, it hit me. These two worlds, these two passions, love for people and the love of photography, can be combined together and do something that is so beautiful.
When I lived in Germany and I was working as a graphic designer, I got this random job offer to become a volunteer coordinator in Zanzibar. And I didn't have any experience in this field whatsoever, and it didn't fit my gifts at all, at least so I thought at the time. But I decided to go for it, and I went to Zanzibar, and I went from working behind a computer all day with barely any social interaction to working with people on a daily basis from all sorts of walks of life. And this job made me see myself in a completely new light, and God showed me that there was a deep passion inside of me to connect with people from all kind of different backgrounds, and together find out how their gifts and abilities can best be used in a foreign country. I fell in love with this type of job, and at this time God revealed to me that He wanted to use me as a short-term coordinator to help stir up the hearts of people from many different backgrounds, and together find out how their passion for missions can be used for His glory.
A single image can change everything. Images have helped and changed or challenged us, given us vision to our views of the world or events from back in the day till now. Today we all take pictures. In fact, every 2 minutes we snap more pictures than the whole of humanity did in the 1800s. We as a world combined upload 350 million images per day to Facebook alone.
Short-term work has been available for a long time, and it mainly prepares young people for world missions. Former generations would have gone into missionary work without this exposure, but it's a little bit different with the young generation today. They feel so aware of their own limitations that they do not have the courage to commit themselves to long-term work. They need to experience personally that God can use their gifts and journeys in life to do something meaningful and bless people. Young people mainly learn through experience, and this is why short-term work is so important today. God uses it to strengthen ministries, and at the same time, He opens up opportunities for people to take steps towards a lifetime of being on mission with him, whether that means continuing in overseas ministry or going back home to their home church and being advocates for missions there and in their environment.
Photography done right can give a voice to the ones with no voice. It can share their stories in a way that conveys the point while giving them dignity. It's a bridge builder between many cultures and people groups. It can be the start of a long-lasting relationship. It's getting into the muddy parts of the people's lives, a way of building a trust and sharing God's great love for them.
When we got married, we both knew we were called to go into missions. We just didn't really know what it would look like together. But now, we get to live out our calling side by side in Kenya, each of us with our own strengths and abilities.
In Kenya, I'll be thrilled to be working with an organization where I'll be meeting people, building bridges, hearing stories, listening, really listening, and making those images to tell their story.
I'm really looking forward to walking alongside short-termers who come from all over the world, and I get to invest into them for up to 2 years at a time, in which I aim to build bridges between them and the people of Kenya. And what an amazing gift it is that I get to do this back in my childhood country, where I'm already familiar with the culture. So now we are a family of 4 and we're heading to Kenya. We are going with our 2 beautiful children, Zayden, who's 4, and Zelena, who's 2. We are not embarking on this ministry by ourselves, though. God is not just calling our family to go out there. He's calling a large team to join us and partner with us in this ministry in 3 main areas.
By prayer, by logistical, practical support, and also financial support.
Would you pray and seek whether God is calling you to join us and partner with us in this ministry in Kenya?